What is up, guys? We are talking about qualifying. It just wrapped up about an hour ago, and I'm going to provide a quick update for those of you that did not spend 3 hours watching Race Day Live. Although, shout out to them. It is a lot more exciting than it used to be. I feel they've done a better job including interesting and insightful content, but enough about that. Let's get right into the top 10. We're going to start off with the 250. Deegan came out with a point to prove. Obviously, Julian Beaumaire qualified fastest last week, and I believe Deegan was very keen on reminding people that he is the favorite. This is his year to win the title, and he came out swinging. Him and Beaumaire actually went kind of tit for tat, but ultimately Deegan was able to throw down a lap time approximately half a second faster, possibly less than that. So they were really close. So Deegan was first in the combined qualifying. Julian Beaumaire in second. He is looking sensational. He's continuing on that sort of impressive form. A different rider this year. Michael Moseman, Star Racing Yamaha. Shout out to him. He was in third place. Might be a career best. Don't quote me on that, but he looked really good. Shimoda in fourth. There was a little bit of question as to whether he was showing a little bit of an injury on his wrist or he was off the track. It wasn't clear. I'm sure it was nothing, but it was a little odd. He seemed to end his qualifying attempts earlier than everyone else, so not to scare anyone, it was probably nothing, but he rounded out in fourth place. He also looked good. Then it went to Rider D, Jordan Smith, Cole Davies Jr., Kiwi, on Star Racing Yamaha, looked really good. Man, his first couple of laps, he was on the top of the leaderboard and then got shuffled back. So I think there's a big future for Cole Davies. It's cool to see a Kiwi, first of all, and he's just got that Star Racing Yamaha aggression. So he fits well with the team. But Masterpool in 8th, Cody Schock in 9th, and Marchbanks in 10th. So clearly, Deegan and Julian Beaumaire are the two dogs that are establishing themselves as the dudes to beat. I still believe Deegan is the favorite. It's funny, in the first session, I believe Deegan, I forget who qualified fastest first. Actually, yeah, it was Julian Beaumaire that qualified fastest in the first session. And I had a feeling Hayden Deegan was pretty keen on reminding people that he is the fastest guy out there. We know how competitive he is, and yeah, he made it. He got it done. There wasn't a whole lot of time left, but he managed to eclipse Julian Beaumaire, but they're both looking sensational. So it's exciting to see that. Listen, we were unsure as to whether Hayden Deegan was going to have someone that was even in his league this year in West Coast, because it is a divided field. It is essentially half as competitive as the outdoor 250 class because it's regional. So it's cool to see that Bomer is there pushing them. Obviously, it's just qualifying, so the main event tonight's going to be exciting, but it is cool to see that Deegan is not just running away with it and we're getting some action, and ultimately it's going to bring the best out in Deegan when he moves up to the far more competitive 450 class, and that is what we're about to talk about. So, man, Chase Sexton is continuing to look sensational. He was fastest in the combined qualifying, I believe qualifying 1 and 2. He just looks amazing. Whatever discomfort he had previously last year on that KTM, he has figured it out, and he just looks so good. The little bit of question marks with Jet is clearly not the case with Chase. He just looks really good. Now, on to Jet Lawrence, second in qualifying. He looked good. I mean, he's Jet Lawrence. He always looked good. You could throw him on a tricycle. He's going to look phenomenal. Whether or not that's going to translate into the main event, 20 laps, it'll be really interesting to see, because I didn't think he looked that bad last week in qualifying, and we know the main event didn't turn out quite as he expected. So I do think they said they're making improvements on the bike. I would tend to believe them, and it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the main event. Eli Tomac rounded out third place in qualifying, and they were separated by, I'm pretty sure, less than half a second between the three of them. They were all on the same second, and it's just funny. Once again, the three big dogs that we've been talking about, are continuing to talk about, are showing that they are the real deal. Everybody else has got to get through them, and it is hard to imagine that these three riders do not end up having this pretty much podium, this first, second, and third place locked up a lot. So, boy, if you want a podium, you're going to have to get through those dudes, and they're, what can we say? They're the best Supercross riders in the world, and it's exciting to see. Speed-wise, at least, they are right there. Jet Lawrence isn't blowing anyone out of the water yet, but yeah, Chase Sexton was fastest, so I will run through it. Cooper Webb is continuing on his improvement in qualifying speed. He was in fourth. Roxon, Anderson, Barsha, Malcolm Stewart is looking good. He is not injured from his crash last week in the heat race. Thankfully, man, has he had just the piss beaten out of him in the early parts of the season for the past few years. So Malcolm Stewart is looking good. He got 8th. Justin Cooper in 9th and Dylan Ferrandis in 10th. One thing I did not make a note of is where Jorge Prado finished. I'm not really worried about that. I already made a video about whether he's 10th, 15th, 20th. I don't care. It's not a big deal. He's learning, so it's not exactly important in my opinion anyways. On to the person that I picked for the subscriber to win the one of the 3 available prizes. That is a subscriber that goes by Wild and Fast. He's got a pretty dope beard. I'm going to try to reach out to you, email you, leave a comment, or if you see this video, obviously that simplifies it even further. But yeah, you are the winner for the first round. I'm going to go pick another 3 cool items that I dig and continue to do this just to try to, show the appreciation. But yeah, subscriber Wild and Fast, hit me up. I'm going to try to leave a comment, get in contact with you, email, and yeah, you got your pick of the 3 available prizes. So anyways, that's qualifying. I'm ready for the main event. It's exciting. I wanted Tomac. He was up there in the top spot, but got knocked down. And listen, it's qualifying. It's not a big deal. But the exciting thing is we got the 3 dogs on point. They're looking fast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. What are we looking for? Is Deegan about to smash the 250 class like we've been expecting? Or is Beaumare going to pull the win out, or somebody unexpected? Cole Davies looked really good. So let me know who you guys are watching, what you're thinking, and hope you enjoyed the video.